full dental assistant attire, but there's a good reason, I promise you. Hello. Welcome back to the Heritage and Home Crochet Podcast. I am your host, Deja, and I am so happy to be here with you today. So in today's video, we're going to discuss whips and bows in the future of my crochet journey. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So in today's video, I am so excited to finally announce that I quit my job. Yay! So that is why I'm wearing this outfit, because it's just in honor of the death of a career. I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back to dentistry, but as of now, I have no future in it, and I am so happy. I feel so liberated, and I'm just so excited for what the future has in store for me. So what am I gonna do now, you may ask? I am going to be spending my time building my crochet business, and I'm so excited to share that news with you guys. So I mentioned in my goals video that I want to start an Etsy, have a blog, submit a pattern, or release a pattern, like publish it, and that is all suddenly within my reach because I have so much more time on my hands now, and I'm so excited. So that is the reason for this outfit today, and I can't. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go through the rest of this video without like cheesing to the max. But yeah, I'm super excited. So yeah, this is Dental Assistant Deja, except for the makeup. I don't usually wear this makeup while I'm suctioning, but you know, I had to do it for you, girl. So let's get into my faux. The most satisfying part of the video. It's just always so satisfying to see what people created, like the finished product, and you guys are gonna be so happy because I have a faux that I did show you that was a whip last week or last time, and it is this really beautiful baby blanket. It looks like this. This is it folded, but the full thing expanded is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. It is so beautiful. I am in love. Again, I used the puzzle yarn by Premier to make the majority of this, but I did layer in some other colors, and it is the Awesome Ombre yarn that I believe is discontinued, and it was from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere if you really are interested. And then I also added in another white yarn here. It's one of the yarns that I featured in was it my last video? One of my recent videos where I showed you some new yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it was a white cream colored yarn. It was really pretty. So I used that for the border, and then for the very top of the border, the very last round, I used that same green yarn. I just held it triple because it's a one-weight yarn, so it's very fine. And so I held it triple and then just did a nice lime green border around, and I just love it. This is the Tunisian Crochet Simple Stitch baby blanket from TL Yarn Crafts. You can refer to my last video that talks about that as well. And I think I probably have it popped up in the video too. But yeah, very simple. I just used Tunisian crochet. I used a size 8 hook, which I believe is 8/11. It's an 8mm 11 hook, 8mm hook. So that's what I did. And I of course used it with my new Denise crochet interchangeable hook set. So yeah, and there is the end of that, and now I can finally hand this off to mama to be. It's so pretty. Oh, and you guys will be so proud of me because I weaved in my ends and I blocked it, and I have some footage that I'm going to insert in this video that talks about me blocking it. Hi guys, I am taking a small footage some small footage, I don't know, of my baby blanket that I just finished. So she is blocking right now. These are the Cheers to You blocking mats that I got. You can see those in one of my videos. I don't remember which one, I think the third one. The Cheers to You blocking pads, and then, or blocking mats, and then I also have these blocking pins. They're like the bars. And so I've just steamed blocked the blanket. It does have wool in it, but I didn't mind it because there's about 10% wool, but the rest of it is acrylic. So I steam blocked it and it's sitting here, and hopefully because it is steam, it won't take forever for it to dry. And I didn't sew in my ends yet. I was just like ready to block it, and so I just put it on the blocking mat. But I'm gonna sew on my ends, of course, before I get to hand it off to its recipient. But yeah, this is my beautiful baby blanket that I used a Tunisian simple stitch crochet, Tunisian crochet simple stitch to do. And then I used some color gradient designing with 2 different colors of yarn. I did say I was going to use orange to layer that in there, but I just thought it would throw it off too far, so I just kept the colors that I have here. And I'll show this more to you, the finished result, like on a more formal sit down and crochet chat video. But this is the border that I chose. So I just tripled this yarn, which is like a 1-weight yarn. It's the same thing that's in here. I tripled it and I crocheted a simple crochet border, or a single crochet border at the very end, and then I did double crochets around it, around the actual blanket with the main blue color, which is a Premier puzzle yarn, and then I added in another 1-weight yarn, which was that Hobby Lobby white yarn that I showed y'all in another video, in my last video, I think. So yeah, I think it turned out really, really good. I love it. It's really, really beautiful. Tell me what y'all think. And the blocking mats that I talked about before. But yeah, this is what the back looks like. It's really pretty. It kind of looks like a garter stitch to me, to some degree. And that's the back of it, and then the front of it is the nice Tunisian simple crochet. So this is just a double crochet and then a single crochet on the top of that, and that is it. Or is it a half double? It honestly might be a half double on top. I really don't know, but it's really pretty and I love it. So yes, that is my baby blanket. I guess I can stand up and show you the whole thing. Now, the only thing about the pattern, and it's nothing to do with TL Tony Lipsy herself, but it's when you're crocheting on a bias, like from the corner out, it's a lot harder to get it to a perfect square shape. I blocked the bejesus out of it and steam blocked it, and it still kind of has a bit of a lean and doesn't make a perfect square, but I don't think the mom's gonna really care about that. But yeah, do you see, like when I try to fold it, it kind of has a wrinkle in it to where like I can't fully fold it. It kind of, I don't know, but overall it's a beautiful pattern. I love it, and I love it with the colors that I did it in. It's just fabulous. It's so pretty. So there's that. Okay. My next faux is this beautiful hat that I whipped up last night. I wanted a little palette cleanser because I've just been in the middle of such large projects that don't really have an end in sight quite yet. But I'll talk about that when I get to the whips portion of the video. But yes, it's this beautiful hat. I didn't follow any particular pattern. I just started whipping it out and I am in love. It is so pretty, so snug, so comfortable. Like, look at that ribbing. It's just like beautiful. I definitely think I am starting to master the slip stitch ribbing. Of course, my join isn't like the cleanest and like the most seamless, but for some reason when I create the slip stitch like ribbing, my first row is like super loose. And I don't like that, so I kind of like try to compensate for that by grabbing a little bit more of this row of stitches than I would normally do. Like I went past the loop, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, so it kind of creates more of a wider row, and I don't really know how to make that stop. I did use a bigger hook just so it was easier for me to get into the stitches. So maybe if I just go back to the normal size hook, it won't do that, or go to a smaller hook. I don't know, but that's what I did, and it's really, really beautiful. I'll put it on for you. But this, I used the glowing yarn, of course, from Yarn Bee. And this is in the color Mariposa Prairie, which I guess in Spanish, Mariposa means butterfly. But this is 113 grams, 4 ounces, 198 yards, and 181 meters. And it's acrylic, 60% acrylic and 40% polyester. I just love this colorway. Like, I was like, I have to get something. I have to do something with this. So every once in a while when I go, I pick up another skein because I want to eventually make something bigger. But I wanted a nice like 4-weight yarn. It actually is just considered 4-weight yarn to just kind of do something quick. It works up really quickly. Typically I do smaller weights of yarn, but I did want something that worked up kind of quickly. So I got this one and I made the hat. And it looks like this. My camera's gonna run out of battery in like any minute. But yeah, it's really cute. I am in love with it. It's mostly comprised of, I want to say half double crochets. I don't know, you guys. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing. So I think it is half double crochets. Look, I don't really know what I did with this thing. I just made it and it thought it looked nice. So yeah, there's some double crochets, but then I also layered in some of that white yarn that I talked about. I don't know if you can see, but like right here you can see that there's like an extra white strand as opposed to like here and here. And I layered some of that yarn in just because I thought that's like the part that's probably gonna be like, I don't know, I wanted to see what it looked like first of all, but then I also thought that like it's the part that's gonna be like around your ears, so like it should be, I was really off. It should be a little like more padded because I was noticing that it was starting to have holes in it, and I added that yarn to kind of chunking it up a little bit, but then it got really annoying to work with it because this yarn is already a 4-weight and I used a 5mm or 4mm. I use a 4mm to make this hat. That's what the yarn recommended, a G. Yep. So but when I added the other strand, it was kind of too much and it kept falling off the hook, so I only did that for just a few rounds. And then yeah, I did some back loop single crochet ribbing, and up here you can see the moss stitch, and it's like gorgeous. I should have did the whole thing out of that, but it's really pretty, and I like the way the rest of it turned out. But I love this hat. Y'all tell me, pom-pom or no pom-pom? I don't know. And of course I did it from the ribbing up, and it naturally just started to like taper on its own. I think because I started out with a bit of a like a more looser stitch, because I think I started out with double crochets or half double crochets. Yeah, and then after I came back from doing this single crochet ribbing or single crochet in the back loop, and I did the moss stitch, because they're single crochet stitches like based, it brought it in a little tighter, which was really nice. And then I did another row of in the back loop single crochets. You can see it, yeah, and it made that rib again, that like little ridging there. And then at the very last row I did a row of double crochets just to like help it reach across and kind of taper more and come to more of a point so that I could stitch it together. And then I just took a yarn needle and went through all of the stitches all the way around, and then just pulled it like a drawstring bag, and then I stitched across and everything like that, and then sewn in my ends. So I didn't have any ends to sew in except for the very tip one, because after I did this, I just kind of like crocheted right over top of the string there, and boom, perfect for me. Y'all know I don't like to weave in ends, so there's that. And it's so pretty. I might have to come up with a pattern for it. I don't really wear beanies. I'm more of like a beret, bowler hat, fedora type of girl, but If I do wear a beanie, it has to really be cold. I don't typically wear beanies, but yeah, I just think it's so cute. I love it. I just love it. I love the colors and everything. So that is it for my faux. Those are my 2 finished objects. And now let's get into the whips. My camera's about to die, so yeah. So that is it for the faux portion of the video, and now I'm gonna show you my whips. These are the things that I've currently been working on. Of course, I do have whips that I've shown in previous videos that I'm not gonna talk about in this video because I haven't made any progress on them recently. Also, there is one faux that I never got a chance to show you because I had to get it off to its recipient. It's something that I did talk about in my whips, and it was a baby blanket. It was like blue and brown and white, and it was this really fuzzy chenille yarn. I'm gonna have to insert some pictures into the video so you can see them, but sorry, it's from the dishwasher. But I did get that finished like forever ago, like probably close to 2 months ago now, maybe a month to 2 months. So I just wanted to put that out there because if anybody wondered how it turned out, it did turn out really, really cute, and I really liked it. So anyways, now for my whips. You guys are gonna trip over this next whip. I made so much progress on it. It was like a little teeny tiny little sliver the last time y'all saw it. But yeah, this is where it is. This is my green Mossage sweater. I'm in love. I went ahead and split for the sleeves and for the bodice, the body. So yeah, and I still have so much of this yarn left. This is probably like half of the original skein left. Like this is probably half of it, and this is what half has already created, with these 2 held double, of course. So I don't know, like I might be able to get like majority of this done with just this yarn, which is crazy because I bought so much of it and I still have so much of it left. I think I have 4 skeins of this left, and I also have a brown and a white. So I might have to end up making a whole nother project. Like I said, I might have to end up making a skirt or something. But yeah, this is how far we are. You can see there's some puckering here in the front, and I did that by design. So when I split for the sleeves, I took a little bit off of the back, so it cuts back a little bit more on the back, and then put a little bit more on the front of it so that it can be there for my lady parts. So I did that just so it wouldn't be too tight. Even though it's pretty stretchy, I just wanted it to be that way. So there's that, and on the back it's pretty flat. Yeah. And of course there is my cute little crochet windows made with double crochet in there, and that's just so pretty. I just love it. It's such a minimalistic detail, but it has a little bit of visual interest there. And I think when I make the sleeves, I'm gonna put more windows at the top, not quite here, but I'm gonna get a little bit of a ways down, and then just a massive opening for a sleeve. It really is. But I wanted some wiggle room. I really did. I wanted some room to, like, you know, after my last sweater that was just like a second skin, I wanted a lot of space, a lot of positive ease. So yep. And then like I said, I'm gonna put some more windows around like the bicep area, and then I'm gonna put some closer to the wrist, and then I'm gonna go into a cuff, and I'm gonna do another double cuff like this, where I crochet like a longer band and then flip it over and then stitch it, and then it creates this like nice puffy comfortable ribbing section. So I'm gonna do that just for the wrists, the arm cuffs, and then for the actual bottom I'm gonna just do a normal ribbing on it. I don't want the double ribbing to be on that part. We'll see how it goes though. But yeah, this is it. Very, very nice. I love it. It's gonna be so comfortable, so wearable. I'm gonna have to like keep some of this yarn in stock because I really enjoy this for sweater making, because it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, and it's so cheap, and you get so much. Like, I mean, this is a good deal. It really is a good deal. But of course it is acrylic and nylon, so not the most sustainable. So there's that. And then my last whip that I have to show you today, maybe I can get your input on it. I am having some trouble, some designer's block. I am not exactly sure what to do with this project. So this is originally supposed to be a shirt that has a peplum like bottom to it, and then just like some cute little cap sleeves. So this project was born out of me needing to use this yarn. So I have these two skeins of, or two hanks of each of these yarns. Okay, and I don't have enough to like make a sweater out of it, because this one only has 185 yards and this one only had like 230 yards. So that's like not enough for me to make anything really much of a sweater or anything like that out of. But I don't really like things that are just like two colors, if that makes sense. Especially such like just solid colors that don't have any like heathering or in it or anything like that, or any variegation. So I was trying to spruce it up there, and that's why I came up with using this yarn as well. So I put this yarn, there's two different yarns together. There's this one, and this is the fine like one weight type of yarn. It's very, very tiny. And then there's this yarn that's like a 3-weight yarn, and then together they basically make a 4-weight yarn, like that. And they're really pretty, and I love seeing the color changes happen. It's just really beautiful how gradual, but yet how quick they happen. And I'm really enjoying seeing how they're playing together, because they're the same brand from the same, they're the same, basically the same yarns from the same company, just different yarn weights. But they're all 100% wool, or the two of them, or all 4 of the yarns that I showed you are 100% wool. So my goal was to do this panel plus another panel, and have them meet up with the back panel. So the back panel was solid 1, and then this was going to be 2, and then I was going to have a peplum bottom. Well, the problem is that I don't have enough of like one color to make it make sense, like make a design that to me that makes sense. So I'm still having trouble. So what I think I might end up doing is using this as the back, of course, the solid back, and then doing this as the front, because I think I'll have enough between the two skeins, and then using this 1 weight intertwined with this one, like holding these double together, and then creating a nice solid panel on the top. And the bottom, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. But I was thinking that I could use this, if I like unwound it all, or like frogged it, and use this somehow to put accents and details on it. Maybe even use it for the sleeves, which I'm just thinking like a little cap sleeve, so it won't take much yarn at all. But I'm still not sure. I don't know. So you guys help me out. I still really want to do a peplum, but I might have to end up extending this and doing like a split hem, or maybe even doing like ribbing on the bottom, like a longer ribbing. I really don't know. But this was the project that I was supposed to experiment with shaping, and that's not happening because I'm just really confused about the design aspects of it. I might have to do a project that has more yarn that I can play around with and just have endless dreams. So yeah, there's that. So you guys help me figure out what you guys think I should do. Just give me some suggestions. So this will definitely be the back panel, I know that for a fact. I'm just confused on how to do the front panel. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna do this with the 1 weight yarn as my front panel. It's just the bottom, because I'm having this stop, it's about 15 inches, and I'm having it stop at the natural waist, you know, like right here. I don't know if you can see that, this area, and then it's gonna hopefully peplum out from here. But I don't know if I can pull that off with the little bit of yarn that I have. So, and I don't have any more of this yarn, and I got it out of a store in Baltimore. I'm not going there anytime soon, and I don't want to make an order for just 1 or 2 skeins of yarn. And it wasn't cheap. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of was. This one was $12, and I think the other one was maybe like a couple more dollars than that, like maybe 15. So, girl, help me, girl, help me. So yeah, that is all for my whips. And yeah, that's all. I am not sure. Sorry if I haven't been like looking into the viewfinder, which is right here, because I just got this little, I don't know how to explain it. Oh, not looking into the lens, because I just got this basically like a view, like a screen display thing, anyways, where I can actually see myself, because I wasn't able to do that before, but now I have it and I can see myself. So sorry if I'm looking at myself and not you. But anyways, that is all for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and happy stitching, you guys. Until next time.